It's time for Miami Marlins baseball with the Inside Corner. Here's your host, Steven Strom.
All right, live from the Biscayne Bay Brew Hall, Inside Corner, Steven Strom, Kyle Sielaff, special guest today, Braxton Garrett. Great to have you with us here on a Saturday afternoon, Game 3 of a 4-game set between your Miami Marlins and Pittsburgh Pirates. First off, Brax, thank you very much for joining us. It's been so fun watching you this season. I had to write this down because you were optioned on April 3rd, you were called up April 8th, and then you just haven't stopped. You've had a tremendous year, 3-2 with the 3.64 ERA. What's it been like in, 3 months for you this season in 2023?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, getting sent down, wasn't super pumped about it, but came back with a good attitude, and we've just been working really hard in bullpens and learning each and every start. So it's been a ton of fun.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I feel like your parents. I just want to tell you how proud I am.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch you do well, though, Brax. Really.
Thank you.
It's not easy to know that you're going to start the season in AAA, and then you get the opportunity up here, right? You're the odd man out in the rotation. I know. Let's get in the weeds first and foremost, because everybody's heard about this cutter, right?
Yeah.
And it's not easy to develop that on the fly at the big league level. Can you explain the origins of it, how it's come to be, and it's allowed you to have so much success this season?
Yeah, so the four-seam for me before the cutter was a little bit different from my sinker, but we wanted it to be more different. So just talking with Mel, we were thinking of ways to do it, and he just thought about trying to cut it a little bit, but not overcut it, and try and do it naturally. So from there, we just kind of messed with some grips, just kind of put the fingers together rather than spread apart on a four-seam usually. And it just came kind of quick. It's basically throwing a fastball just on the side of the ball, and I just think I do a pretty good job of manipulating the baseball. I have good feel with my hand and body. So, yeah, it came pretty quick, and it wasn't just me. It was a ton of work with Mel and everybody.
What gave you the confidence you could do this in the middle of the season?
Just in bullpens, I didn't start throwing it one day and then take it into the game. I was working on it for probably a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, and getting confident with it because I didn't want to go into a game with a pitch that I didn't feel like I could command in the zone because that's huge for me. I'm not just going to blow guys away, obviously. So, yeah, that start against Arizona was really the first time we took it into a game. And it worked. We made some mechanical adjustments after that Braves start before the Arizona start, too, which helped. So, yeah, it's just been a combination of things.
Braxton Garrett with us on the Inside Corner. And around 3:15, 3:20, we would love to have anyone step up and ask Braxton Garrett a question. Brax, I think a question from fans sometimes, we see you once every 5 days. What are you doing in between those 4 days preparation-wise?
Yeah, so it's pretty busy days at the field. So my first day after is definitely my hardest day, I'd say. It's long running, a big lower body lift, a bunch of arm care, and then I get my arm worked on by the athletic trainer. So that's a long day, and then a day like today, the second day, is just some running and kind of chill out, kind of give the body a day.
Right.
Bullpen day the next with a lift with it, as well as the arm care, the arm getting worked on. Yep. Day before starts, pretty chill. We're just moving the arm, making sure everything's coming out good.
Just building up for that.
And then game day, yeah. We work really hard. I also have some meetings with Mel the day after, but he knows how busy that first day after the start is, so sometimes I'll catch up with him either in the dugout or that second day.
How's your golf game?
It's getting better since the last time we played.
How are you off the tee? Long off the tee? What's the problem, around the green?
The problem is certainly around the green. I can't putt. My short-range chipping's pretty good, but 50 to 120 yards, not very good. I'm an iron player, though. I strike the ball well with the iron. I hit them pretty far. Driver's not good, but I strike the ball well. We'll keep it at that.
Hey, let me ask you this, because we talk about this a lot. You're a guy pitching in 2023 in a day and age where it's so predicated on like 97 to 100 and all the strikeouts and blowing guys away, and that's how you pitch. How long did it take you to get comfortable with who you are in the big leagues? Because you're not like the rest of them. You're not a Sandy. You're not a Uri. You're not throwing 97 to 100. But, you appear to be comfortable with who you are. You know who you are, and you've been very successful doing it.
Yeah, I think I think that came along.
Uh-oh. Sorry, folks. I don't know what happened. Go ahead, Brax. We're still on the air, but
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
I think that came along a little bit in the middle of last year.
Yep.
There's times when I've tried to compare myself to all of our studs, and that's just not the guy that I am. And last year started to have some success with what I do, and we're putting good starts together consecutively, and that just built my confidence more and more, and just proved to myself that what I do works. And same as this year, I've really just focused in on who I am and tried to perfect it. And I take a lot of pride in having really good command with everything.
Yep. And
I think the key to that for me is just throwing intentionally every day, even in the grass and bullpens. And, when my advice for young kids is to throw intentionally all the time in the grass. When you're throwing something, have a spot to throw it to. And if you miss, it's all right. It's all right. And that's when you feel your body and you know why. It's just know what good misses are. And that's just been working with Mel, and we've done a good job of figuring out what my cues are to get to where I need to be.
We were just about to share secrets.
Yeah, we were. Now we're back. Brax, a couple of weeks ago, or probably just a week ago for Father's Day, we had talked about just your relationship with your dad. And just to piggyback on being intentional with your pitches, can you share with the audience what he had you doing as a youngster with on the wall, all that? I would love for you to share that story.
Yeah, I was actually talking to my dad about this the other day. But yeah, growing up, I don't think velocity got brought up in my household until maybe I was a sophomore in high school, because that's kind of when they start to see what you got, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, I had a travel ball team at like 10 to 12 in the Montgomery area, and he'd take me and a couple of my teammates in the backyard, and we had this net that we'd throw into, and he spray painted a strike zone and put the 9 quadrants in there.
How creative.
And we would throw bullpens, and he would keep a strike percentage and a spot percentage. So if we tried to throw a fastball up and in, if it was a strike, obviously it's a strike percentage, but if we missed the spot, it wasn't a spot percentage, obviously. So we were just all the time trying to get those numbers up and up and up, and it got to a point where he would do it with high school guys here and there, because my dad was a high school coach.
Yep.
And he would compare my numbers with high school guys, and that was a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
How big was your hometown?
So I kind of moved around growing up, but I graduated in Florence, Alabama, Northwest Tip, and there's, I think, 30,000.
Oh, that's a big town.
I think.
Wow.
I might be wrong. I'm not good with stuff like that. I graduated with 250, so about 1,000 at my high school.
Oh.
But there's several high schools.
You in the
around
Hall
there.
of Fame, I call?
Up there?
Yeah.
No.
Well, not Cooperstown.
No.
Yeah, you'll retire first.
Oh,
Give me 5 years.
no, right,
No,
right,
you're not
right.
in the High School Hall of Fame yet?
No,
on,
not
We
yet.
got to push for that.
Come on.
They might give me some time.
Yeah,
I had a pretty good high school career, so.
Oh, well, no kidding. First round guy. Curing, I think, really does solve a lot of, or winning solves a lot of the cures here. Can you kind of take us behind the curtain and explain how much fun this has been with you and your teammates and winning? I mean, we haven't seen a lot around here, and you guys are in an unbelievable position. You're about to play here today, 43-34. You win a couple of games. You're going to take 3 or 4 from Pittsburgh. But what's it been like, this journey so far?
It's been a ton of fun. As you said, winning cures it all. The atmosphere in the clubhouse each and every day we get here is amazing. Our flights, our bus rides, everything. The beat is up, and it's an expectation, I feel like, at this point. Early on we didn't really know what we had, and then we just put together such a good run now to where we feel like we can win every game that we're in, whether we're down. Obviously, we win so many close games. But yeah, the atmosphere is great.
When did not knowing if you were any good or not then turn to an expectation? Do you remember? Was it 2 weeks into the season? Is it not until recently you guys were like, no, we're going to win every night? You know what I'm saying? I mean, when do you think it was, we're not sure what we have to, oh, no, we know we should be winning?
I'm not sure when that turning point was. I know when we swept Oakland and swept Kansas City, I had a fantastic feeling about this team. I felt like we did what we were supposed to do and win games that we were supposed to win. And I feel like in the past, there's times where we'd lose games like that for whatever reason. But this team, we're just different. We're just different.
Right.
Coop had a nice speech after the game, my start the other day.
Yep.
You know, after his big homer, and he's been here six years or so, and he said he's never had a feeling about a team like this one.
I would agree.
Braxton Garrett with us now in the inside corner. Steven Strom, Kyle Sielaff, of course, Braxton Garrett. I'm always curious. Let's just say we're at a baseball season. What's the off day of Braxton Garrett's dreams? Like, what are you doing on your off day? What do you like to do? Give us kind of a feel for that.
So, just depending where we are. If we're in Miami, I've explored a lot of Miami. I like being outside. The beach is great. You know, a pool.
Are you an ocean guy?
I am.
I'll
I'll go in a little bit. I don't love the sand, but my girlfriend loves it, so I go and we have a good time out there. But I'm a pretty chill guy. I like to watch sports, play golf when I can. But yeah, not a super exciting life out of me.
I think it surprises a lot of fans sometimes that Major League Baseball players, there's a lot of them that you're not going home and watching MLB Network. Are you one of those guys, though? Do you like to see what's happening throughout the league?
I wouldn't say I watch a ton of baseball games like through and through, but I like to keep up with some teams, how they're doing. I have several friends up in the major leagues that I keep up with. I play with a lot of guys, but the Will Benson's with Cincinnati.
They're good.
Brendan Donovan with St. Louis, another Alabama guy. Yeah, several. I know Oviedo with Pittsburgh, who's starting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I've been blessed. I've played a lot of baseball with a lot of really good players. And, yeah, baseball, I'll tell you what, it'll bring you around a lot of people.
Who was your guy growing up, pitcher-wise? Clayton
Kershaw. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the day when I get to meet him and have the courage to talk to him. But
August, I think, right?
Yeah. You know, drafted, I was a fastball curveball, I had a big curveball, and I always like to mimic him a little bit there. Growing up, I don't even know when I thought I was going to be a pitcher. Growing up, I thought I was going to be a left-handed shortstop, just naively.
Come on.
You know.
Come on.
I thought I was going to be in the infield playing as a young kid. So Dustin Pedroia was my guy.
Going to Fenway.
Yeah, I loved the Red Sox. So, yeah, I like those gritty, hard-nosed guys who are talented as well. Obviously.
You going to sign the Green Monster when we're there?
Yeah.
Have you done it yet?
I have not. I've never been. My dad's coming out too. He's pumped.
Oh, what year did you debut?
16. Oh, I'm sorry. When I debuted, 2020.
2020. When were I guess you weren't up there the last time we were there.